Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and our favorite, the attack helicopters. We're here, Onward, VRML, Season 10, Week 2, end of the week, SEAL Team Bravo versus Animal House. It's going to be a great matchup in my opinion. That's why I picked it up, obviously. And yeah, we're just waiting on the lobby to get there, but we do have the information from the team. SEAL Team Bravo is going to be banning Cargo. And Animal House is going to be banning Downfall. A team after my own heart. Everyone hates Downfall. I don't know anyone that actually likes Downfall. Let me know if you like Downfall. I mean, I don't dislike the map. I just don't like spending that much time playing a round or a match. So that's why that is out of there. Animal House also don't really care for those long round times. And let's see, we are still waiting on the lobby, so we don't have a map 1 yet for the folks at home. But let's take a look at the stats page. Is somewhere over here. There it is. So right now we have SEAL Team Bravo ranked 15th. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know if they have their 3 matches in so far. They do not. They've only got 2 in. So that's a little up in the air. And you know, take it as you will. They have Raz, Drunk Drummer, Diesel, Hondo VR, Stay Calm, and The Sickness VR. I thought that they had a full set of 8 players earlier this week, but maybe I'm losing my mind. And then Animal House obviously has Green Theft Auto, F. Lipinski, Steven 12, Wicked Hex, Willow the Wisp, Nink's Dragon, their new pickup, Nolamite, Shrieking Geek, also new pickups. I think they were around at the end of last season. Not really sure when exactly they started. We do have a lobby now. The map number 1 is going to be Quarantine. Which, let me take a look at the stats for these teams. They have only played each other once, and that was last season. Animal House took it 11-8, but this is a new SEAL Team Bravo. We saw them earlier this week take on Blaze and just absolutely, I mean, I would say manhandled. They really showed that they have been practicing and planning. Their plays were excellent. They were just calm the whole time. Here we go, hopping into the lobby now. And yeah, so these teams only played each other once, don't have a whole lot of history between the two to compare. They've only played Cargo, Quarantine, and Suburbia. But the team stats here, SEAL Team Bravo has played Quarantine Day 11 times, won at 8 of those. And Animal House has played Quarantine 43 times and won at 19 of those. So 43% to 73%. SEAL Team Bravo definitely has the win percentage on this. Let's see, we've got wonder if we're gonna see some Steven. I know he hasn't been around recently. He's been really busy with real life. It doesn't look like we're gonna see any of him. The lineup on the Animal House side, they do have all 5 in the lobby, is Willow the Wisp, Nink's Dragon, Wicked Hex, Nolamite, and F. Lipinski. So all pretty good players. Nolamite, formerly of Mob Squad, likes to get a little aggressive, likes to get a little pushy, flanky. A very good player and very good at doing that. Then we've got Lipinski, who's the one-handed sniper wonder, and Wicked, he's all right. Nink's coming from Cold Steel, I believe. Good pickup. Fits the team dynamic, in my opinion, really well. Plays very well together. And then we've got Willow, who is everybody knows Willow. Just a good player all around. Solid guys. And on SEAL Team Bravo, we've got Raz, Drunk Drummer, and Hondo VR. Hondo VR, formerly known as Too Old to Game, for those of you that have been around for a while and are wondering who this guy is. We are still waiting on 2 from SEAL Team Bravo, but I can tell you we are going to start off with the Western Garage objective. And yeah, take a look and see what other maps we think we can see today. I'm thinking Cargo was banned and Downfall was banned. Maybe we'll see a little bit of Suburbia. Animal House does love their Suburbia. And Bazaar. Let's see, who's home? And Steel Team Bravo is home, so this is their choice, and they are pretty strong at it. Which means Animal House gets the next pick, and I'm betting, if I were a betting man, I would say it would go to Suburbia. I feel like where Animal House is the strongest, especially with this lineup. I feel like that's a really good Suburbia lineup. Fly to a quieter place on this map. We don't need the bonfire in the background there. Let me know in chat who you are rooting for. And just a reminder, there is also another game going on right now on Onward Master League 3. There is Sinister Pride versus Warfare, which should be a good match. And then in about an hour, Globochem and Mayhem are going to kick off on Onward Master League 1. So be sure to tune in for that as well. Still waiting on a few people to show up on the SEAL Team Bravo side. So, still waiting. We have Diesel in now. They only have 6 players, so I'm trying to think. I'm assuming we're going to see some of the sickness, but let's see who else they have. Stay Calm is their other option, but it is the sickness. He is in the lobby now. So, SEAL Team Bravo lineup is Raz, Drunk Drummer, Hondo VR, Diesel, and Sickness VR, which I believe was the lineup we saw in the Blaze matchup too. It seems to be their starting 5 so far. And all of them are veteran players. I think Stay Calm might be the newer one. Drunk Drummer, pretty new. Diesel's been around for a while. Too Old, Raz, and Sickness have all been around for a good amount of time. And now that everyone is in the lobby, hopefully we'll get this thing kicked off and we'll get the night rolling with some awesome Onward action. Listen to that good fire noise. So the southwestern, I guess it's not southwestern, it's really middle. The western, we'll just call it the Western Garage objective is I'd say not as capable as most other objectives on this map. However, you can cap from outside of the wall. You can cap from inside. There, let's see. We'll just go over here and I'll give you guys a little tour. Or not. Or we're going to just start it off. The beeps are there. Round 1, map 1. Here we go. But yeah, you can cap this objective. You can cap it from outside this wall here. Cap it from inside the wall, obviously inside there. You can cap from this corner here. So all kinds of places to cap from. All right, and SEAL Team Bravo spawning in the north behind the roof. Probably, maybe the most advantageous spawn. They're gonna send Nink's Dragon of Animal House up the western approach and see if he can find somebody. He is gonna come into contact with Sickness, who's coming up the Northwest 5-story, making a lot of noise. And then they're both moving very slowly. Shots ringing out from somewhere. The rest of the team is just spreading out over the eastern side of the map towards the crater. Ninx and Sickness, the only two that are danger close to each other, and the rest of Animal House seems to be sat pretty tight on the objective. They don't really want those caps. I think Sickness knows that someone's here. Slowly creeping. Sickness just heard the footsteps. Knows that Ninx is there. Sickness finds that kill. Nice snapshot there on a Ninx. The drone is out. Animal House is shooting at it to try and down it. Stop that information flow to SEAL Team Bravo. Long shots from Willow into the smoke trying to stop the cross. Does not catch anybody, and the cross doesn't happen. You've got Diesel here. No, Sickness finds Lipinski from the impact alleyway, west alleyway. I don't know what that's called. But Diesel was creeping up on his position and also going to do some damage to him. Animal House seemed very distracted by the drone. Oh, Drunk Drummer calling a kill. But he definitely did not get it. That count is going to be off now. Drunk Drummer running the bolt action sniper, laying prone.
One's at center burning.
Nolamite putting shots onto center burning. SEAL Team Bravo moved up pretty aggressively here, and it looks like Sickness is actually going to try and go for the cap. Hondo finds Nolamite. Sickness is going for the cap. He makes one cross, he makes another, but then Wicked finds him and Hondo lined up. Now it's just Diesel is the closest member, and he misses the peek on the Wicked. No, he finds Wicked. Willow tries to find the refrag. Willow, last man standing on. Animal House has to check the other side of this objective. Got to run around here, obviously, make sure no one's capping. The 3 members of SEAL Team Bravo still alive. Ambulance should have seen him there. He's running up into, and he runs right past Diesel. SEAL Team Bravo take their first point. 3 members standing. Solid plays from SEAL Team Bravo. They got their picks. They slowly moved across. They were a little off on their kill count, but they made up for it after a while. Yeah, just solid plays. I'm really impressed with the angles they had. It seems like they've really thought through when Sickness is in between impact building, then Diesel is here, so that they have that like cross coverage on defender spots, and they're slowly, you can see them deal with this defender and then move to this defender and then move to that defender. It wasn't really a free-for-all. It was a very tactical approach, and they were scanning their the sectors basically as they went, and it worked out really well for them. Wicked being the only Animal House player that get any kills. He got 2 right there. He did stop the cap, however. He stopped Sickness from that rushing cross, which was really really risky and probably not something you'd be really looking for, because he kind of just ran down south towards the objective outside the wall and just made it across each of those crosses before someone could shoot him. It finally got picked off at the last cross, but it was very, very risky, and it could have paid off big time, because if he had made that last cross, he probably could have had the cap before anyone would be ready for it. Round number 2. So Team Bravo on the defense. Animal House spawning in the crater.
Okay. I'll be looking north.
Looks like Animal House is all going to opt to go north, which is the smart play here.
I might try to see south.
Yep, they are all going north. And SEAL Team Bravo's defense was stacked even tighter than Animal House's. They've got 1-2 in the center burning and center rubble. 1 in the objective courtyard, 1 in the gas station crater. And where's the last guy? Ah, there he is over there in the fire. Hondo watching the western approach. Animal House not going to have to deal with anyone as they make it across this northern approach pretty easily. And, you know, if there was anyone in that northwest 5-story, I feel like they could have done a lot of damage. The team didn't really seem to be too worried about it, and they weren't really... I mean, they had a guy watching it, but do you really trust one guy to cover you as you run across an open field? Inks is checking it to make sure no one's there. We've seen the man before kind of wait inside and let teams go past. Wicked with the tablet wave, trying to get someone to shoot at him. SEAL Team Bravo very tucked in on the defense. And, I mean, they've been very, disciplined in the last couple of rounds or matches we've seen with them. They've stayed tight. They've not peeked. They've not pushed. They've not tried to flank. A very, very measured defense. Raz, the only one here that really could get picked off. If that guy at white car sees him running around. Who is that? Wicked. Wicked just looks right here. Might be able to catch him. It also seems like Animal House has not... such a tight angle. I'm not sure if Animal House has like given away their spawn. I mean, obviously, you would assume that they're not south. Is he gonna be able to see? This is Hondo's view right here. There is a cockpit there. It just doesn't show correctly in spectate, but. Nate's pie as that corner, and Hondo takes him down. Sickness finds Willow. The kill count is accurate. Now, who is this on the roof? F. Lipinski looking for Sickness in the burning center, burning courtyard, burning rubble, whatever you call it. He's looking for Sickness. Our western approach is pretty solidly defended by Hondo there. They need to deal with him first. Lipinski taking shots from the roof, giving away his position. The callouts do come out. Hondo finds another.
Tango 2, Tango 2.
No, Wicked's pushing up, looking for Hondo. Hondo's gonna peek it again. And he finds another. Hondo with 3 kills from the same spot. Now, last man standing is Lipinski. He's on the roof, and it's not looking good for him. Sickness moving up into the roof courtyard. I think they really want to let him get away from where they know he is. They know he's on the roof. They want to try and pinch him in. Sickness is going to be waiting for him. No, Sickness looks away at the wrong time. Now Lipinski's in the open. Sickness finds him. And SEAL Team Bravo take their second point on defense with all 5 members still standing. This is great plays. I mean, Hondo's spot there, I don't know if we've seen that before, but it seemed to work really well. So, you know, props to him. We're gonna move to the gas station garage. So just a little bit south of where we just were. The defenses are, I want to say, pretty much the same, but you do have to worry about the south a little more because people can come up. They can actually spawn over there by the rock and run down here, right through here, get good smokes out, and just run in and try and cap. Animal House is on defense. SEAL Team Bravo probably not going to do that. They're really not one of the teams that go and like to fast cap, but you know, maybe they are. They do, I will say they do like to force or try and go for a cap. They like to get those smokes. They like to get that pressure, and they like to send one person in, but they don't really all try and rush the objective as far as I've seen. So, and it really depends on their spawn too. Teams definitely have different play styles based on which spawn they get. On this one, if you spawn behind the roof, you have a different attack plan than if you spawn at the crater versus the eastern side versus the southeastern side. So it's really how you want to play it as a team and where you spawn. And here we go, round number 3. SEAL Team Bravo looking strong so far on that western objective. Now we're on the southern objective, well, southwestern objective. SEAL Team Bravo is spawning in the crater. Not, sorry, in the southeast at the rock there. Animal House over here. That pre-fire I've never seen before. Definitely not sure what you would think you were going to catch there. Willow's going to come around this corner. Shots do ring out from Hondo. Diesel also pushing it. They've got one in the dunes. Look, I'm pretty sure that's Drunk Drummer as he's the long-range shooter. Diesel's got a nade in his hand. He's going to come around the corner. Throw it. Wicked's going to rush the corner. He's going to find Diesel. Hondo's going to find him. A nade coming out. Is that going to catch? Shots from Raz onto
I may have gotten rooftop, not sure.
the rooftop? Oh, I see him way over there. Hard to see. Nink shooting from center burning onto ambulance, trying to hit Sickness. Not finding those shots either. 4 on 4. Pensky pushing up, trying to get an angle on the south. Calling that they're going to try and get a cap. Watching for that cross. Really, I don't think they're going to pull for the cap. Drunk Drummer gets Nolamite. Downs him. On the run back to the objective. The res going to come out. The res is going to come out. Willow gets him, but the sniper's trying to take him down. Hondo finds Willow on the rotation. Sickness finds Nolamite. Now Ninx is trying to find Sickness. Drunk Drummer finds Ninx. Wow, what a shot there. Well, there's only one member of Animal House left. Hondo goes down to Lipinski. Take a look at that last sniper shot right there. My replays don't seem to be working. That's depressing. Sickness finds Lipinski. And SEAL Team Bravo clean up 3 points. like I said, strong plays from the SEAL Team Bravo side. I mean, they're winning these rounds with 4 or 5 people up every time, which is very, very good. Let's take a look. Aha! I know why my replays aren't working, and I'm gonna fix them. I'm gonna try. All right, that might fix it. We'll see. Yeah, so SEAL Team Bravo now gonna have to defend the gas station objective. Gonna be pretty, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy, but it's gonna be pretty laid back for them. It's not necessarily a a live or die scenario. All right, here we go. Hopping into round number 4. Yeah, we're only 4 rounds in. SEAL Team Bravo taking up defensive position. Shots ringing out from Lipinski. Animal House did spawn in the south. Smokes are coming out. Ninx has a shield, and he's coming up on the south corner now. Sickness popping a smoke. Not really sure why Sickness was popping a smoke there. Nolamite finds Diesel at the center. Did he find him in center burning? That's a pretty nice shot. The nade coming out. Flash gonna probably catch Ninx there. Sickness trying to deal with that shield, but Willow finds him. Lipinski finds Hondo on a mad flank out the north end of Burning Rubble. Now there's only 2 members of SEAL Team Bravo still standing. Raz right there, and Drunk Drummer in Burning Center. With that shield and that smoke, they've got a pretty good approach. Wicked's gonna run across on the smoke, hoping that that covers him, and it does. Shots from Drunk Drummer, but Lipinski refrags him. Wicked's on objective. Wicked's capping. This is a 2-point comeback. That was so fast. Wicked does get the cap, and let's see if we caught it this time. There we go. Wicked running across in the smoke. Lipinski finds Drunk Drummer. The last man standing was Raz. We didn't get the cap on the replay, but Animal House comes back from a 3-0 to a 3-2 and stay alive. I mean, that's a really good comeback. And we're going to move on to the northern objective. Maybe Animal House just needed a little warm-up. Maybe they weren't really feeling it yet. But that was a really solid play. Maybe they just really liked that spawn for that objective. I'm not sure. We're going to go to the north objective. Animal House does have to defend it. Not necessarily one of the more defensible ones. I mean, I don't know. I hear different people say different things about which one's more defensible and which one's not, and which one they like to attack and whatnot. So it's all personal preference, but personally, I feel like this one's... I don't know. I feel like it's pretty... Well, I think it's pretty defensible. It's hard to get a cap out, at least. I mean, it might not be defensible for kills, but for a cap, it's pretty out there. It's pretty exposed. I mean, where are you going to cap around this? The only spot to cap is like laying down, crawling up to it, or maybe getting behind this wall. So up to you if you think SEAL Team Bravo is going to go for it. They only need the kills. They don't need the cap. And they haven't got a cap yet. They've just got 4 rounds full of kills. Here we go, round number 5. Animal House gonna have to deal with the SEAL Team Bravo. I'm gonna call it smooth play. Like, they're very calm, collected, and they just play very well together. They're gonna have the western spawn. Are they gonna push it quickly? They're not. They're gonna try and cross out of it. Gives away their spawn. Lipinski finds Diesel, and now Animal House know that they're over there, and that's a very bad position to be in. You just kind of get pinched. I mean, Willow is on the roof now, and he can cover this approach. You are going to see Hondo go out there. I believe that's Hondo. I can't really read it, but I'm assuming that's Hondo. He's out there, but I mean, these 3 guys can't leave. They can't cross to Burning, or they get shot from White Car. They can't cross. I mean, they can cross to the western approach and go north, but then they're going to have to deal with crossing that line there from Willow. They're going to have to deal with the northwest 5-story. So really, spawning over there and not just opting to go full force right up the west side kind of seems like a detriment, in my opinion. Now they're just scanning, looking for long shots, and if Animal House is smart, they're not gonna expose themselves. They want to stay tucked in. I say that they don't want to expose themselves and stay tucked in, but then I come over here and I see Wicked at the back of the motel, and then I guess he is the farthest forward. Somehow they let SEAL Team Bravo cross the street and get out, and now they're expanding across the map. I don't really know why. No one was watching after that initial kill. No one stayed at White Car to watch the cross here, and I mean, they're watching. If you look at the overhead, they're watching the crater. Like, a couple of them are looking at crater, and I don't understand why you would expect anyone to get over there. Wicked gonna see Drunk Drummer, finds him, downs him. Wicked now giving away his position, hanging out at that southeastern rock, and he's gonna run right into a line of fire from Sickness. Heard those shots and was ready for the refrag, but now might be concerned that there are more players. Gonna slow down their approach, probably. We'll go over here. We've got Hondo. I don't understand. Animal House is letting them just walk up here. You give them this, you know, higher firing line of this hill, and there's nowhere it stops all your rotations. You're effectively on defense, stuck where you are, because it's just open back here. And they're letting Hondo and Raz both creep up here to the White Car. In my opinion, someone should have been sitting here behind the White Car, just north of it, or behind the berm, and watching these crosses and making call outs and letting their team know that they left the twins. But Nolamite is looking for the western approach and for the White Car. That's a lot to defend from one position. And if you go to peak one, that gives the enemy time to set up at the other and like kind of wait for you. Ooh, Hondo takes a shot.
One at southwest 5-story, one right on OBJ.
Nolamite comes out.
One in trench.
Throws a frag. Throws a flash. Gets Raz. Nolamite's looking for that kill, but he doesn't find him. Raz is the luckiest man in the world. Now Nolamite's going to go around the other side and go down to Hondo. What should have been an Animal House clean sweep here on defense. Another frag comes into the trench, but that's not where he was anymore. Smoke's coming out. What was that? Wow. That was a frag, and Raz got super lucky there. That frag a little too long. I think he was trying to clear out Lipinski's position behind that garbage truck. Willow finds Raz from the roof. Hondo puts shots onto the garbage truck. Does not find a kill. Thickness creeping up. Yet he did get past the roof. Willow and Hondo trade from the roof. Now Sickness is creeping up. Ninx is definitely going to hear him running. And Lipinski is totally exposed. Ninx goes down as he backs off to throw a nade. Sickness knows exactly where Lipinski is. I mean, the call out was made. Ooh, Lipinski just barely can't see him. Should see the backside. No, he opts to go. Oh man. This is giving me anxiety. Lipinski finally finds Sickness. That gave me some anxiety there. That was that was real close. And Animal House come back. Like I said, they had a 3-0 deficit, and now it's tied 3-3, and we're going into map point. Proof that Animal House never gives up. Never count them out. They will just take those points back. They'll take them back. So their points, give it to them. They do have to attack the north objective, though, which is kind of hard to do. But they don't have to get a cap. It really, in the grand scheme of things, wouldn't matter because, you know, a 3-4 versus a 3-5 scoreline, I really don't think affects your MMR that much. But we'll see what Animal House opt to do, and also what spawn they get. If they get the same spawn, it's going to be a pretty tough order for them. I don't know what I would think. What I would say is the best spawn for this objective. You know, I don't really think you want to spawn Crater for this northern objective because you can't go north, which forces you to go south, and then you can't take enough of the map. I really think that your best approach on this one, your best spawn is the Pride Rock southeastern spawn. We'll see after these beeps end who goes where and who's going to have the advantage. Round number 6. Direct south spawn for Animal House. It's going to allow them to go both ways. Animal House swings both ways, guys. They're going to be able to spread to the east and the west. The spread from SEAL Team Bravo, obviously spreading out in a fan. I mean, look at that. It's like a perfect quarter circle. Shot from Raz ringing out. Trying to find the guy crossing to... Is that a shield? Ninx running a shield. Made it to the gas station garage. Wicked and Lipinski both watching through the window and then trying to cover each other. Lipinski tells Wicked to go. Wicked looked like he saw something. He stopped and went back to get a little peek at the roof there. Ninx with his shield. I think he definitely needs to wait for some teammates. I mean, a shield's great and all, but Edna's Mound? Edna doesn't even like quarantine. Why do you guys have call-outs based on Edna? Lipinski now peeking the white car crater, moving up into burning center. Looks like Animal House is taking this a little bit slower and trying to be as methodical as possible, was just kind of against their MO and might end up hurting them more than helping them, as they're just going to be playing differently, obviously. Oh, why Ninx just ran over there and then ran away. I don't even think he peeked it. Ninx made the cross. Drunk Drummer definitely saw him and called him out. Hondo is going to be waiting for him. Oh, he saw Hondo. Hondo peeked too early. A nade. Does catch him. Insta-kill. A follow-up flash. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see that again. Now Wicked is going to have to deal with this, but Hondo's covered
Coming up on me.
by
Coming up on me.
Drunk Drummer.
Watch the fence.
Willow finds Diesel. A nice quick peek and a poke from the crater north side-ish of the objective, and then he runs away and redirects this attack. Nolamite finds Hondo from under the roof. That nade gonna catch him? That nade's gonna be, oh, just short. But that's okay, because Wicked can double tap.
Confirmed him.
And he does. And he makes it across. The sniper not able to get any kills. Willow finds Sickness. Smoke's rolling in now. Animal House looking good. 4 up. 2 members of SEAL Team Bravo. Nolamite gonna run right in front of Drunk Drummer. No, is he ready? Is he gonna be ready for this? Drunk Drummer's ready for Nolamite. He finds him. Wicked Hex finds Raz over here in the Northwest 5-story. Now it's all up to Drunk Drummer. And the shots should ring out. What is happening? Why didn't Lipinski take those shots? I mean, he did, but he took them way late. What is happening? Why did they back? I'm so confused. Do they not have an accurate kill count? That was the last guy. And they all opted to rotate. What is happening? Are they going to go for a cap? Oh, okay. I was like, this is crazy. If you go for a cap at this point, you are insane. But Animal House coming back from a 3-0 loss to a 4-3 win. Great teamwork there by Animal House. I mean, great teamwork on both sides. Like, the defenses of SEAL Team Bravo were really good. The offenses were really good. And, you know, Animal House kind of faltered a couple of times there. Not really sure why, especially in my opinion on that northern defense. They should have held them into those twins and not let them cross the map. But different teams do different things. So, you know, it is what it is. We're going to move on to map number 2, which is going to be Suburbia. We're going to start out with we're going to start out with the center objective. Center house upstairs, middle house, whatever you call it. And I think, not 100% sure, but I think we're going to see a Molotov or maybe 2. We'll see. We'll take a look. We'll definitely be able to hear it. You can hear that lighter clack from pretty much anywhere on the map. Kind of like how you can hear belt-fed LMGs reload anywhere on the map right now. The sound is a little excessive? I don't know. Sounds off, for sure. Animal House taking SEAL Team Bravo's map choice and then moving on to their map choice might not go well for SEAL Team Bravo. Let's look, statistically speaking, these two teams here, they've played each other on Suburbia Day once. SEAL Team Bravo took two rounds and Animal House took 4. So Animal House won the map last time they played it. Overall, just the teams themselves. SEAL Team Bravo has played Suburbia 7 times and won it 4. And Animal House has played it 55 times and won it 34 of those. So 62% win rate compared to a 57% win rate. And a whole lot more experience as a team playing on this map. I do feel like this is an Animal House preference for sure. We're gonna be running the same lineups. It looks like we've got Willow, Ninx, Wicked, Nolamite, and Lipinski, and then on the SEAL Team Bravo side, we've got Raz, Drunk Drummer, Hondo, Diesel, and Sickness. It looks like the same lineups, and everyone is here. So hopefully, they'll be kicking this off just like that. Look at that. I say it, it happens. It's like they're listening to me. Hopping into round one.
All right, here we go. Starting over. Whoever this is, starting over. Enthusiasm. Come on.
SEAL Team Bravo definitely not getting downed by that loss on map number 1.
Come on. Remember, the rotations have to happen quick here, guys. Quick reaction, quick rotation.
Looks like they're all gonna run. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the door. 1 upstairs, 2 downstairs, 3 downstairs, 2 downstairs. A flash comes out from Hondo onto the back porch. And then a frag, I'm assuming. Yep, that's a frag. Coming out onto the back porch, trying to stop that back approach. What did Sickness throw down here? Why? Seems like a waste of a grenade. Or even possibly a team kill of a grenade. They're just... Why throw a grenade down the stairs when you have defenders downstairs? Nobody in the spawn house is going to allow a better approach. I mean, it's a risk. If you put someone in spawn house, then they have to run across the thing here. But it's really a risk that is good to take. I mean, if you trust your guys in center house to defend it, then having that guy that can peek and see all the different angles is a huge help. Now, Hondo's the only one outside of the middle house here. He's getting really peeky. He's checking his corners. Nolamite's coming up around the corner here. Nolamite's got his tablet out. Hondo peeks the corner and takes him down. Nice aggressive little peek there. Drunk Drummer finds Wicked and Raz. Raz downs him. Diesel just team killed.
I just team killed, dude. The guy just came through middle house.
Ninx definitely knows that they got a team kill there. Diesel coming out to meet him? No. Sickness making fake call-outs. I don't think Animal House is going to fall for those. Diesel looking for that kill on the back of middle house. Ninx is just going to run around making a lot of noise while Willow and Lipinski. Willow is going to be able to take that spawn house area, which means that at any point, if Drunk Drummer or Sickness stand up a little too much, they get their heads taken off. This is probably the better approach towards the house, in my opinion, coming from the south side. .245 left on the clock. Ninx making the cross back. Willow getting Sickness as he shoots at Ninx. Not sure what happened to Ninx there. It looked like his headset spazzed out. Diesel taking shots on Lipinski. This is it. Whoa, almost a team kill. Willow finds Diesel, and now it's... Wait, Willow got Diesel. Wow, Willow cleaning up from the backside there. Now it's all up to Drunk Drummer. SEAL Team Bravo, 1 member standing. Animal House has 3. Drunk Drummer finds Lipinski. Oh, that's a bad lay on that smoke. They could have been so good. Ninx comes around shooting and finds Drunk Drummer at the top of the stairs. I'm stuck in an objective. Animal House take the first point on map number 2. Yeah, a good approach. You know, I think that the team kill probably hurt them a little more, hurt SEAL Team Bravo a little more than it should have. Maybe threw off their mindset. They had an advantage. Hondo picked off one. He picked off Nolamite over on the lane 1 side, but then came back into the house and got taken out by Diesel. And then Willow with some nice picks from Spawn House, South House. While his teammates ran around and moved around, he was able to watch the windows. And as they peeked to shoot his teammates, Willow would just pop, just zap them. And yeah, it worked out really well. Let's see who had the connoisseur votes on this matchup tonight. Oh, it looks like Animal House had the favor. 24 people favored Animal House and 10 favored SEAL Team Bravo. You know, personally, I would have favored SEAL Team Bravo in this lineup. Especially after what they did to Blaze on Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever it was. They were looking super strong. And, I mean, they are still looking super strong. But we're going to hop into round number 2.
You're not a bush boy. You like it dark. We get it.
Animal House on the defense. I did hear the lighter. Pre-fire is going to come out from Ninx, I'm assuming. Yep, Ninx. Nope, Willow. Shots from Honda. Shooting into the back of the house. Carport. Other side of the house. Diesel moved up into the north side of the playground. Animal House putting 3 in the center house and 2 in the spawn house, which is going to give them a little bit more coverage. Like I said, a little bit of a risk, but it lets you protect the south side of this house. And as people try and come around... Ooh, what? Wait, where was he at? Oh, he was outside. Okay. That makes more sense. I thought he was inside the house. Wicked's going to get the res there on a Ninx. Sickness is coming around the outside with his shield. But as I was saying, it allows people... They can't focus on both center house and spawn house as they're making the southern approach. And it just kind of pinches them. It passively pinches them. So... Sickness with his shield. He's got to pick a direction to look, though. This is what I'm saying. He has to look south or look north, and if he comes around this corner, Ninx is going to have him. But he opts to look north. Oh, good old shield flick. Raz peeks up and over and takes him out. What a solid play there. Watch this replay. Raz picks up another in the top window. Wicked runs away from the Sickness. Wicked gets shot in the back by Diesel. Does get that flash out, and I think it got both of them. That was not the right replay. I apologize. Lipinski putting a Molotov downstairs. SEAL Team Bravo have 5 members up. I'm really wondering why Nolamite's not taking shots. There he goes. He finds one. Now they know he's over there. Sickness dropping the shield and standing up over it. Finds... No, Drunk Drummer finds Nolamite from inside the house. That fire is stopping the approach, but it only lasts for 30 seconds or so. Sickness is going to be pushing up the stairs now with his shield. checking all those angles. Guys and their smokes, man. Sickness has tablet out. Lipinski's looking. Lipinski's not looking. He's not moving in time. Sickness is capping. SEAL Team Bravo with the cap. I mean, Lipinski just not peeking, not seeing Sickness there. Oh, it's so hard to watch. SEAL Team Bravo with 2 points now. And still a close matchup. I mean, we're what, like 1 point difference still, right? 5, 6, yeah, 1 point difference. No, 5 to 5. What am I thinking? It's a tie game, technically. Taking a look at some more stats here. I think we're gonna see. Cargo's banned, Downfall's banned, Quarantine. Probably, it's gonna be Subway or Tanker, I think. I doubt that SEAL Team Bravo would opt to play Animal House's most played map. They have, however, won it all 5 times they've played it. So, that's a tough call. I don't know if you go off, do you use the stats at that point? Do you go off of the stats? Or do you go off of, your feeling in the round? I mean, like in the match, or do you go and just ignore it and go play like Tanker or something? Tanker, Animal House has 12 played, 8 wins, and SEAL Team Bravo has 7 played, 4 wins. So their win percentages are 67 and 57%. Subway. Animal House is 3 out of 8 on, so they're not very good at that. And SEAL Team Bravo is 5 out of 7 on, so it looks like SEAL Team Bravo's a little bit better in Subway, and maybe that's what we're gonna see. That does allow them to run their shield and use C4 a little bit more, which we haven't really seen a whole lot of C4 on this map, which I find weird, but maybe it's just because of that specific objective. There's no good C4 spots that you can really get to because you have to throw it away from the objective. If you throw it close to the objective, it won't go off, or it could get set off by someone else's frag and blow your team up and blah, blah, blah. It's not really the best defensive tool. You also have a hard time throwing it out windows. It gets stuck on the frame. So there's, a lot of things with that. Or maybe we'll see a snow peak. I highly doubt it, though. I'm not sure what we're waiting on. All the teams are in the lobby. Or all the players are in the lobby. And we've got the new objective. It's the tank objective here. But I'm going to cut us to a quick intermission, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're hopping into round number 3. Yes, round number 3. Field Team Bravo on the defense. We're going to the tank objective. There apparently was a timeout, and we are now back and ready for action. Willow really doesn't want someone coming out that back door. Putting a lot of fire onto it just to stop that. Shot from Willow right over Wicked's head. Nolamite peeking the corner on 4. Ninx. They're all taking a little bit of time. And I wonder if that timeout kind of slowed them down a bit. And Willow is just unloading with that LMG, putting shots everywhere he can, trying to find. I mean, there aren't defensive positions for this objective that are out and exposed, so I'm not really sure what he's actually trying to shoot at, or if he's just trying to put shots onto, you know, different walls and just kind of annoy the defenders. He's just running around shooting at this point. Now he has to reload. He's already blown through 1 belt-fed mag. He is using a belt-fed, right? That's him that reloaded. Yes. Tank objective. Defensive positions here from SEAL Team Bravo. Pretty solid. Smoke's coming out onto the carport. A frag coming up and over onto Nolamite. And it gets him. He is just down, not out. The res is probably going to come out. Willow is running over here now. Lipinski gets Honda. Sickness goes down to Ninx. Willow goes down to... No, Willow takes down Drunk. And Diesel got a kill. I lost track of what happened there.
Just us two, man.
2 on 2 now. Diesel rotating back to the objective. Where's the other defender at? Oh, Raz is upstairs, center house. Almost getting shot in the back. Lipinski knows he's there, though. Means Ninx here could just wait for him. There's a C4 somewhere. There's got to be a C4 somewhere. No, Raz gets taken down. There was a C4, I think. Diesel now rushing to find Lipinski. But Lipinski finds him. Animal House take their second point and tie it back up 2-2. I don't know where that C4 was. I'm pretty sure I heard one go off. I think Raz had one in his hands up in that upstairs, and he was waiting for someone to come up at him, but he didn't realize that Ninx was already on the second floor when he kind of peeked that corner there. But it didn't really work out for him. I feel like that defensive position is better suited. I mean, he was kind of tucked in here. He didn't really peek out. You don't want to peek this window ever because it's pretty much a death trap. But I feel like that window, or this defensive position, is better used to watch like these crosses to the objective. And really, you want to stay as tucked as possible. I mean, I guess there were only 2 left when he was called out, so I guess he did stay tucked in as long as he could. Yeah, just a lot of fire and aggression around the side of Burning. And it's now Animal House overall point-wise, 6-5. Go round number 4. Map number 2.
Who do
Oh, Animal House.
Once all season, I'm just saying. We haven't popped Nolo's Macarena cherry.
Nolomite taking his standard run right up the middle, right around the corner here. He never stops. He's always moving. Diesel finds him, though. Willow finds Diesel. Ninx finds Raz on a flank. Animal House getting pretty aggressive here. Drunk Drummer finds Ninx. Those are just 2 downs, and SEAL Team Bravo is going to be able to get both of those back up. It looks like Pinsky flubbing both of those grenade throws. Not able to get him up and over the hedges. Wicked now in a super tight position. Finds one. Sickness comes around the corner firing. Finds Wicked. Willow finds Sickness. Wow, Lipinski comes out of the middle house and finds another. Raz finds him, though. So much action happening. Willow's rotating away from the objective, and he goes down to Hondo. SEAL Team Bravo take their 3rd point. I think my timing is off on my replays. Let me fix that. SEAL Team Bravo. Their 3rd point. All right. Solve these issues. We're smart. That should fix it. Yeah, Animal House got really aggressive on their defense there. I'm not really sure why. I mean, an aggressive defense works if they do it at the same time. They kind of really didn't all push out at the same time. So it made it easier for those refrags to happen. I mean, they got a couple of good kills in there, but if, you know, Lipinski would have come out of middle house, Wicked was on a flank at the burning, and I want to say Willow or Ninx. Ninx was at 1 at the semi. If they had all pushed out at the same time, they would have had a lot better crossfire. Now, granted, that would have also probably led to a lot easier team kill as you're shooting up and down that hedgerow between Middle and North Street. But I don't know. I feel like if you're going to be aggressive, you got to do it at the same time. You can't just send one, then another, then another. Even if they do all get kills, it doesn't. It's a 1-to-1 trade at that point. You want, if one of your teammate dies, you want it to be a positive trade. You want them to take 2 to their 1 death. A 1-to-1 is not necessarily helpful. We're hopping into round number 5. It's the objective. We're there. South Garage. Yeah, Animal House is going to take this one. Memorizing the code. Shots onto the corner of burning, but no one is here to accept them. All of SEAL Team Bravo tucked in. They really don't want to give up this point, and all they have to do is defend it. Ninx using that shield as a nice little call-out window. Right. Oh my god, I didn't even see that. Drunk Drummer with a nice frag from right in the middle of the south house. Rez not coming out quick enough. He had all the time in the world. Although I have no idea how Drunk Drummer was able to get that confirmation, as he was behind the corner and the shield. I mean, let's take a look at it. You can clearly see the shots hitting the shield. That's part of the issue with the desync bodies. Bodies being client side is personally one of my pet peeves of this game. Willow trying to use that shield. takes a couple of shots, has the heal. I don't think we've ever seen this defense. I mean, one good grenade, like right there, can take down 3 of them. Maybe even 4. If Hondo's peeking the window and that nade goes off, you could airburst 4 members of SEAL Team Bravo with a nice centralized grenade.
Tango 1, lane 4, Tango 1.
This is another one of my pet peeves. Tablet that they sat on the window is just freaking out. Willow putting more shots right over Willow's or Wicked's head. They've got to get a pick. I mean, this defense is pretty strong. They've got to take down somebody. And honestly, I can't believe that no utility has come out. Nolamite now peeking this. He's going to get seen by Diesel. Yeah, that's one more down. Wicked finds Raz in the top left. Hondo rotating in the top floor now to take up Raz's position. Wicked putting that smoke out and crossing in it. Wicked finds another in the same window, takes down Hondo. Diesel finds Willow at the APC.
Middle house upstairs, okay?
That's our shoe then. 1 lane 4, 1 middle house.
Trent, do not let anybody creep by on that side, buddy. I got you guys. He's peeking up there.
Gonna be a tough cross. Basically, Wicked's gonna have to run into the line of fire to get this kill. And be looking at the ground. Although he might be able to get Sickness too, because Sickness is kind of just sitting there behind the white car.
He just want to tank front right.
Drunk putting shots on the nothing. Oh, and giving away his position, and Wicked gets the refrag. Lipinski gets Sickness. Wow. What I thought was such a strong SEAL Team Bravo defense. Wicked goes down to Diesel. His position now known. He can't really go anywhere. Lipinski scanning the hedges for the head. Diesel shoots again. Lipinski zeroing in on that. Lipinski's coming up. He's using that smoke as cover. Diesel, if he doesn't peek up over this, Lipinski's going to have an easy shot here as he comes around the hedge. What? What? I'm sorry, but SEAL Team Bravo won that trade? I don't even know. Wait, hold on. What? How? He had him. He shot him. He shot him first. Let's see if I got a replay real quick. Let's go back to the gameplay. Did I catch that? I did not. I hit it too late. Dang. Man. He had him lined up and everything. That is crazy. You didn't see that. Map 3 is a Bazaar. There we go. Bazaar. All right, we're gonna start with the Kiat objective. Take a look at the stats real quick. Statistics for Bazaar. SEAL Team Bravo has played Bazaar Day 5 times and won it 5 times. I think I already said this. And Animal House has played it 57 times and won it 35 of those. So 61% of the times they played it, they win it. That is a total of 322 rounds on Bazaar. That's a lot of gameplay time as a team, but they've only won 56% of those rounds. So it's not necessarily the best win rate, but that's a lot of experience. But I also think it's based on their play style more than anything. They are very aggressive and they like to do those flanks. I will bet money that, say, 3 minutes or 4 minutes into the round, we're going to see an Animal House flanker, probably Nolamite. Actually, Nolamite looks like he dropped. Depending on the lineup, if we have one of the Mob Squad players in Animal House's lineup, I feel like we're going to see a late game flank around on defense on pretty much every objective. And SEAL Team Bravo with the same lineup: Raz, Drunk Drummer, Hondo, Diesel, and Sickness. Animal House has opted to bring in Shrieking Geek. They've got Nynx Dragon, Wicked Hex, F. Lipinski, and we're still waiting on one. So they dropped Nolamite and Willow. I really hope they're not taking another time out. Teams, if you take timeouts and you're being casted, please let the casters know. Yeah, I'm gonna kick us to an intermission because it looks like we're still waiting on... Nope. Willow is in here. See, you say the word intermission every time. Every time. So yeah, Shrieking Geek, Nynx, Wicked, Willow, and Lipinski as the Animal House lineup. And it's a tie game. Third map is the deciding map. I heard the beeps, and then they canceled them. They're just messing with me. Don't mess with the casters. So we don't have a Animal House flanker player, at least not that I know of. I don't really think... I mean, Wicked kind of flanks, but overall, I think that was Nolamite and someone else that really like to go on those longer late game flanks. Animal House. Look at him. Look at him scatter. Here they go. Be free. SEAL Team Bravo spawning in the southwestern side, and they're going to push up the west side with 2, 1 right up to the kill box. Shrieking Geek with the kill onto Hondo on the cross and calls out the spawn. Great call from him.
Maybe
Great
Tango
pick
1 left
from
side.
him.
Well, maybe Tango 1 left side on theirs. He could be revivable too, but
Diesel did not get that kill. Lipinski now lining him up, looking for that kill in the window. Oh, who is over there? Drunk Drummer finds Ninx.
Called it. Nice job, Brent.
Couldn't get there in time, unfortunately. The kill count a little bit off on the SEAL Team Bravo side. A Wicked looking for that northern cross. We're waiting for someone to come across here.
One made it into the
Wicked missing his shots onto Drunk. No, Sickness. Missing him again. And pushing, getting very aggressive. Running right across Drunk Drummer's line.
West Plaza, or Northwest Plaza.
Freaking calling him out, but
Just us three.
not able to make the kill. 3 defenders left, 2 of them off of objective a bit. We're here on the west or in the eastern side. Willow opting to come back. No, Willow is opting to push. Coming right up on Diesel, not looking the right way. Diesel finds him. Yeah, the kill count is still off on the SEAL Team Bravo side. They don't know that they have 3. Sickness goes down to Lipinski, running up onto the objective, making callouts. Diesel creeping up in the bazaar. Man, words today are hard. Diesel's just waiting for one of those crosses. He knows that they have to run around and defend this objective because it's so capable. Just watching them run and waiting for a clean shot. Drunk Drummer going on the backside. Shrieking peeks to the middle. Can't see Diesel. Diesel takes the shot. Lipinski goes down. Shrieking gets the refrag and the res, hopefully. Res does come out. It's a 2-on-2. Drunk has picked up an AK. Shrieking goes down as he's making callouts and moving around. I don't know, if you're going to talk while rounding corners, it's, you know, that's kind of dangerous because people can just follow your voice. Lipinski is narrowly avoiding Drunk Drummer. Drunk Drummer going to go for the cap? No, he's going to run up the stairs and take down Lipinski. SEAL Team Bravo taking their first point. Good plays. Very measured. I'm not 100% sure what was going on the Animal House side. It looks like they're kind of at a point where they just want to run because that player, I forget who it was. I think it was Willow. Coming out in the south, this room, blue room. I don't know what the call out is for it. It's not south blue room. It's technically the north. Well, I don't know. This blue room right here, coming out here. I don't know why on a defense for the key out, you're gonna come out there. I mean, there could be someone, anyone could be down over there. Any of these buildings. I mean, any of these buildings. You have so much to scan as you come out of that little tiny doorway. And when he did, there were 2 people just lined up waiting for him. I mean, so obviously they were ready for that. I don't know if he made noise or what, but at that point, I believe there were only 3 defenders up. And whoever came out the door there, one north of him and shrieking on the objective. So I think that they should have opted to rotate back, maybe try and find different defensive positions. Because if you go, I mean, being last man standing, you definitely don't want to be that person on this objective. It's just not the greatest feeling in the world. Round 2. Map 3. Match decider map.
No, I'm gonna control it. It just makes it harder for me to get
Here they go. SEAL Team Bravo scattering on defense. Animal House spawning in the eastern side. Different spawn, opposite spawn. Ooh, Diesel narrowly escaping.
That's placed east right next to the crack.
I heard him call out a C4 placement. But I don't know where it is. He said next to the crack, but I don't see anything next to the cracks unless they're calling the crack something else. Wicked's creeping past him. They are gonna have to deal with him. They can't just bypass him, as he's gonna have a passive flank now onto Wicked, and he can't just creep up onto the objective. The rest of Animal House, we got 2 in the north pushing down now. Shots from Drunk onto Diesel. I think Diesel shot first. Flashbang out onto the north road from Drunk. I don't know what happened there.
He's right over here. That's me. Oh, low over there.
Callouts from Lipinski on the Drunk drummer. Shrieking knows he's there. Lipinski knows he's there. Wicked throws some smoke onto the front side. Sickness down to Hondo.
Someone rotated around the backside of the bar and I can go.
That's 2 team kills. 2. You're doing Animal House's work for you. Drunk drummer comes out and trades with Wicked Hex.
Upgraded. Got one coming in the back. Coming in the back.
Lipinski gets 2. A beautiful play. Heard the call out. And he gets Raz. I mean, he just lined up the voice for that res. The res came out. He got the shots onto both of them. And Animal House take their point. Nope, that went to the wrong team. There we go. And we're on map, or match decider map, and it's a tie game. I'm gonna move over to the western objective. Go find that radio. So yeah. 2 team kills. I'm not sure on the first one what happened. Diesel and Drunk kind of shot at each other. I think Diesel fired first and Drunk just kind of reacted, which is understandable if someone shoots at you. But Sickness taking down Hondo. I don't know if Hondo didn't call his rotation, which is what it sounded like. Sickness was like, why is someone rotating here? If you don't tell your team where you're coming from and you're not coming from the objective, you're probably going to get shot. Pro tip, let your team know. Yeah, I mean, and he was on a long flank too, coming out of the south side, southwestern side of the bazaar when there were no attackers over on the western side. Just not. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Just miscommunication.
Here you go. You won't do two.
I'll do it on this one, it's taller.
A little knife toss. Wow, nice toss. Round number 3.
Really higher up.
Okay, we're seeing Animal House aggression here. Wicked, Hex, and Willow on the North Road. And if they don't get tucked in real quick, Wicked's gonna get picked. Oh, he hides. Wonder how many of those you can shoot through. Or I should just light it up.
I need some help. They're going north alley, North Street.
He said he needs help. Do they think they downed him? Rest of Animal House, or sorry, rest of SEAL Team Bravo pushing on the south side. See him there, a little blue. Hondo there, Diesel there, Sickness crossing the ice cream truck. And I'm missing one. Ha! Drunk Drummer all the way across in the southwestern quadrant. Looking into the kill box, it looks like. Wicked just being here is putting a damper on this northern approach. I mean, they're going to have to find him and deal with him and assume that he has a friend now because he called for backup. They're going to have to deal with 2 people in unknown positions. Trying to hear what Raz was.
But you don't have to push them.
What is Hondo's body doing here? Look at him, he's just floating. Magic carpet ride, guys. He's a genie. Hondo scans his tablet, looks around. Know that there's still 5 members standing. Will's in a pretty good position up in the northwestern yacht upstairs. Folks coming out from Raz onto the north road. Not really sure what that does for the team shots
One for
from
southwest.
Shrieking Geek.
Sorry. Yeah, southwest. One for southwest.
Nink's tucked in here on objective is a very dangerous position. That is completely penetrable. Everything that you are hiding around is penetrable. If they see any kind of movement, if they see your head peek and you duck down, all they have to do is light up that area and you will go down. Does Drunk Drummer have sniper? He does. I mean, technically, he's a sniper class. Got that Mark 17 with the 2x magnifier and a drone. He's moving into a safe position to set that drone off. Although, I don't know if it's that safe necessarily. You know, one good frag over it. If they hear where the drone comes from and he's up flying, one good frag over that wall could take him down. Lipinski finds
One down middle.
Sickness. Bought across to the objective? It's a weird approach, I think. I don't really know where he was trying to get to. There's no cover there at that dumpster. Now there's smokes on the objective. Drunk Drummer opted to back off and then fly the drone. Diesel pushing in. Willow finds Raz. Hondo looking for Willow. Finds him.
Alright, one down. We trade. Trade with one of our guys.
Wicked's looking for him. Shrieking finds Drunk Drummer at Mini Bazaar. Lipinski finds Diesel. Going for the objective, and now it's all up to Hondo. And he goes down to Wicked. Animal House take their second point. Yeah, letting those players, like I said, Wicked being there was just going to put a hamper on it, and then Willow reinforcing it in the Kiat. It worked out really well. It's a very risky defense. You have 2 members off of the objective, and they're halfway across the map. If you lose your guys on the objective, there's no way they could get back. So a southern approach would have been the best there. All you really needed to do is leave one guy at ice cream truck objective, say, and watch for that flanker. Watch for that people to come out of the Kiat, come around the bazaar, come around the south side even. The ice cream truck could see that. But it's also, from a caster's perspective, being able to see the entire map as it happens instead of just what's in front of your gun. And, you know, it's a very different view that we have. So we can make those strategic calls and say this is what probably should have been done, but it's worth noting that as a player, I probably wouldn't have had that in my head without being able to see that overhead map, you know? So take it with a grain of salt, whatever the casters say. Strategically speaking, we're probably, you know, we're making calls that make sense, but also we have information that you would never have in the game. You couldn't know that there was 2 guys in the Kiat. You couldn't know that someone is flanking. All these things we know, and then we can make calls, we can make assessments based on it. But that's what casting gets you. We're going into round 4. Field Team Bravo on defense. Same objective, Western objective. Animal House spawning in the south and pushing across very quickly. 3 on the south wall, 1 in the southwestern courtyard. Looks like Nynx is going to be looking for Sickness. They're training those lasers on that position. Not going to find anything. Sickness watching that western cross. Nynx still trying to find an angle here. Mic pops, man. You can hear him.
Is there a guy in that right window? Oh. I've been staring at him. I see a head. I also got a CV1, so who knows?
Yeah.
Sickness gonna pop. Lots of smokes rolling out. They find Sickness. Nynx downs him. But Drunk Drummer gets Wicked with a C4. Nynx and Diesel trade. Where was Drunk Drummer at? Was he in here? Had to have been. Shrieking coming up onto the objective. Raz putting shots through the fence. Can't find the can't connect. Hondo's coming around the backside. Lipinski's ring around the Rosie. Lipinski's gonna find Hondo on the backside. No, Hondo finds the kill. That nade. Oh, and the Shrieking goes down. I honestly didn't think that was gonna kill him. Hondo finds Willow, and it's all done. SEAL Team Bravo cleans up that round. I really thought that grenade, let's see if this is the grenade. No, this is Hondo getting that nice little pick right there on the Lipinski. But that nade right there, I really thought that it wouldn't catch him. It landed on top of the mini market roof. And I didn't think that grenades would go through that. I thought that it was considered a subject olid. Guys, The week has finally gotten to me. A solid object for a grenade. Wow. And next objective is ice cream truck objective. House Central, whatever you want to call it. Names are made up anyways, nobody cares. Each team's got their own callouts. Now, what do you think? Is having standardized callouts better so that when you bring on a new player, they understand the callout? Or is having customized callouts for your team better so people don't actually understand what you're talking about? And eventually they'll probably like piece it together where you're calling out after playing and watching so much. But then you also have to spin up a new player. You have to have this new guy memorize and change all of his callouts from what he's used to calling out for hundreds of hours to some random nonsense that you guys made up. And you know, that's hard to do. Hell, I use normal callouts and I mess them up. But if you can also maybe, if your team can remember the regular callouts as well as your customized callouts, then it wouldn't be so bad, because that your new guy figures he just calls out, you know, what he's used to calling out instead, and you understand, but so does the other team. So, I mean, personally, I don't think that giving up positions or information to get that information across to your team is a detriment. I think your team knowing what's happening is the best case scenario. In round number 5, Field Team Bravo spawning northeast. This is just the east side.
Let's go, baby. We got this.
3 across the top, 2 down the side. Animal House spreading out. 3 going to the eastern block. 1 on objective and 1 in the southwestern block. Now I can tell you what the Animal House play is going to be for this. They're going to smoke it. Or they're going to come right across here. This is what's going to happen. They're going to put smokes here, and they're just going to run straight down the main street right for the objective. That is the Animal House play for this objective. Now, SEAL Team Bravo here have set up a nice firing line along the north. But it doesn't look like Animal House is really peeking. Position from Wicked's pretty uncommon. That's a new position. I don't think I've ever seen anyone take that angle. SEAL Team Bravo slowly pushing up, trying to keep pace. They're doing a pretty good job of it. Diesel here, probably the first to come in contact. You can't see that because he's not in the objective. Who's that? Willow watching the tank cross there. Hondo coming out of the blue room. Goes down to Ninx. Ninx is going to rotate away. Look for a new angle. Oh, he's going to go back. Couple of double taps there. Gotta make sure those bodies are dead. Willow finds Diesel walking up those steps right there. Runs up those. Nice little angle over the tank here. Finds one in the street. Penske finds another. They're just picking them off like flies. Drunk Drummer goes down in the middle of the street as well. Animal House just rocking this defense, taking them out one at a time. Sickness putting smoke out. Lipinski finds Raz on that western side too. Now it's all up to Sickness, and he's trying to pull an Animal House crossing the street, but Shrieking shuts him down. Animal House take their 3rd point. A very good defense on Animal House's part. They just picked them off one at a time. I mean, left, right, left. It was great. And I don't know what SEAL Team Bravo could have done differently to counteract that defense. Animal House had just a good setup. I think maybe, in my opinion, if they had sent more, you know, when you looked at the overhead map, they had that line of SEAL Team Bravo. And I think if they had actually opted to send 2 east or 2 west, whatever, just stack one side slightly heavier, then they could have won those firefights. It wouldn't have been a 1-to-1 firefight. The shots would have came out. You would have lost a guy, but your secondary could have probably got the kill, which would have opened up the defense. The defense was very spread out, but the problem was they never poked a hole in it. So if they had just forced through one side or the other, that probably would work better. When you spread out one by one, yes, you have the element of surprise, but if a team is just watching their angles like they're supposed to, that doesn't necessarily help you when you have to cross a whole street. I mean, I don't think I saw any smoke until the end there from Sickness. So you have to cross that whole main street, and with no utility usage, you're just a sitting duck. I mean, yeah, the smoke gives away your position, but it also protects you from their eyes, and they can't see you. If you just try and cross the street and they're watching their angles, they're probably going to get you. We're hopping into round 6. Are we going to see Animal House do their standard play?
I got 2 snakes on me. Negative.
They're counting out smokes. They're handing out drums. I think we're going to see that play.
Somebody read the code off. My hands are full. 407 15 20. 407 15 20. 407 15 20.
Wicked has 2 smokes in his hand. No. Do you have 2 smokes? What do you have?
Dude, they're waiting for us up here. I don't know about all this.
Well, we're not staying for long.
Sickness finds Willow. But the res does come out. Long shots from Drunk Drummer. Trying to stop that cross. The smokes are still coming out from the north side of the bazaar from Kiat. Diesel crossing across into the kill box, trying to get a good angle on that the cross, trying to be behind it. Wicked is now running up through the bazaar. I think that green smoke signals the last smoke thrown, and that lets them know when to start making the cross. They're throwing frags into these smokes. SEAL Team Bravo trying to stop anyone from coming across the street. The coverage is not the greatest. Wicked should see Diesel. He does, but he misses the shots. Now he has to stay there. He can't really go anywhere. And he has just a hope that they don't have any utility to put on him. Both teams still have 5 members up. Wicked's pretty close to the objective. Just has to sit here.
One cross the road to Bulk Hangout. I mean, other side. West Market.
Wicked's just got to stay there. He knows that they can't come get him. So he's just got to sit there.
He's capping. Don't shoot.
Wicked making call outs now, saying he's capping. S and Willow. You can hear each other's footsteps. Sickness finds him. It was an overhead. Lipinski just crossing the street now. Raz finally finds Wicked Hex at the center there.
I got the guy trying to cap. There's still another one shipping in bazaar.
Shots from Drunk Drummer and Hondo. Diesel still over there in the kill box. Nink's creeping up on that side. Sickness on a rotation finds Lipinski. Although they did let Shrieking get past them in the southeastern corner. Sickness rotating to the scaffolding. Allow Shrieking here. Might be able to run up and cap. He has nobody between him and the objective. He does have 5 defenders still alive. Okay, Hondo now has a defensive position to stop South Cap. And now he doesn't. He just keeps running around, Hondo, making all kinds of noise. How you got team killed last time? I'm sure we're putting more shots down in the western. Ooh, Ninx putting shots on a Diesel, hits him a couple times and manages to get away. He was hiding behind that K-rail. Shrieking, missing his shots. Shrieking downs Hondo. No, he's there. But can they give up all of their attention, or are they going to have to deal with 2? They're dealing with one coming from the western side, which was called out by Diesel, and one in the south, which called out by Hondo. I can definitely hear Shrieking talking. Are you iron sighting that? You are. Making just shooting the objective. Ninx finds Diesel.
There's one in objective room.
Oh, that's from Shrieking. Are correct. Well, he's close to objective room. Raz and Sickness hanging out in blue room talking to each other. Smoke's coming in. Drunk Drummer pushing out into the smoke, trying to get a peek. The cross isn't covered, but I think Ninx was just trying to bait someone out from blue room as he's sitting up here. He's trying to force him to come peek it because that object. Ooh, what? Wow, Ninx finds one. Shrieking found another, and all of a sudden there's one man standing on objective. Drunk Drummer all by himself comes out onto the objective. Goes down to Shrieking, and Animal House take map number 3 and the series. What a tight game. Animal House taking the total match 10-9. Winning on, ironically, both of SEAL Team Bravo's map choices. Well, yeah, that's pretty weird. You know, both these teams won on the opponent's map choice, and all these maps were super close. That was a great game. I am so glad that I got to watch these guys play. Both these teams are top tier teams. Definitely going to be fun to watch them throughout the season. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna cut the stream. I want to get over to Onward Master League 1, Global Chem versus Mayhem, and I think we've still got Onward Master League 3 going as well, which was your Sinister Pride and Warfare. So that's it from me. I'm your host, caster extraordinaire, Trip, and this was SEAL Team Bravo versus Animal House. We will see you later next week, week 3.